Hi, Winston. Hi, guys. It's Erin from Ginger's Florals. Today, in between the rain, I am going to take you guys along while I go start planting out the field. If you guys watched my recent videos, you saw that we brought all of these guys out to harden off. They've been here for a few weeks. They're good to go. It's a couple days before our last frost, but we have really fairly decent weather coming. There's one night that's going to be chilly, but these guys, like I said, these guys have been out here for a couple weeks now, so they're good to go. Let's walk through what we have. Sweet peas, they're not going to go in right now. I'm still trying to figure out where to put those. I have bells of Ireland. These are the cutest little ruffly leaves. These are all Snapdragons and stock, and this is agrostemma. This is campanula, Canterbury bells, and foxglove. These guys. Those are all black-eyed Susans. These are all sunflowers, and then up there is my eucalyptus. We also have some over here. These are all stock plants. And every one of them wants to get out of their little tiny trays and into the ground. So today's goal, like I said, is to get some of those in the ground. I have a big laundry list of things to do. We have 1 week left before before the first farmer's market. So my list is getting longer and longer. But I want to show you what we have to deal with out here in the field before I can really put anything in. So here we are. As you can see, my weed block has been ripped up a bit by the wind. So part of what I need to do today is tack these guys down better so that they don't fly up if we have more wind. So this row in particular is where I'm going to start with the sunflowers. I know there's a sign that says larkspur, but I'm really not sure what happened. I've only got a few little baby, you can see that one in there, a few little baby larkspur that are actually coming up in here, which blows my mind. Last year they just kept coming, and they did just fine, but not this year. And this batch, this part of the row, was blue plurum, but again, just like the larkspur, for some reason, this year it decided not to sprout. There were a couple little bits here and there, but nothing really came of it. I also need to move this raspberry. I use these for foliage, and I'm good with having extra so I can start filling in the rest of this row. But this is where I'm going to put most of all of the sunflowers. They'll all fit here. This is 6-inch spacing. The reason that we do 6-inch spacing, the wider apart you put your sunflowers, the bigger the flower actually will get. It's like they seem to sense how much room they have and stay to that compact size. So 6-inch spacing is good for me. A lot of people will tell you not to put them in weed block because they're hard to get out, and that's accurate. However, I have such heavy weed pressure because this is a really brand new field, and we have, if you can see behind me, we have blackberries like crazy. So those that becomes a problem, and I do use weed block to help with that. So these rows are going to be, this row is going to be sunflowers. I may only get through the first 20 feet of it. The next row here is I have foxglove and Canterbury bells, and this is Sweet Rocket, excuse me. So those were all planted last fall, and they're doing good. So I'm not messing with those, but I think I'm going to continue on down the field. I have a map that I'll show you guys when I get to this point. for where everything is going to go. A couple things didn't work out, like the larkspur and the blue pleurum, so I'm going to fill in that blank with sunflowers. And then this row with the weed block that's all twisted up, and down there, that's where my first round of snapdragons in stock will go. The snapdragons will go in 9-inch spacing because they're just bigger plants in general, but the stock will be in 6-inch spacing, just like the sunflowers. They're one bloom per plant kind of flowers, so they don't need a whole lot of room. They'll spike up and bloom, and then I cut them down and pull them all out. So, and this one, with this first round, I've talked about it before, I'm going to do the same thing with my snapdragons. I'm going to let them bloom only once and pull them out. And then I have another spot that I'll put another row of both of those. The snapdragons I'll leave for a longer period of time. So yeah, first things first, I'm going to grab a hold of my landscape staples and my hammer, fix what's here, and then bring down some seedlings and get to planting. I will show you guys when I get to that point how I make my template and how I actually burn the holes. I took a class a few years ago and it was game changer for me. I know a lot of people do no-till and they don't like weed fabric, but for me at this stage it's what I need to do. So yeah, so I'm gonna go grab my supplies, get down here and start tacking everything in, and I'll take you guys along. So these are the staples that I'm going to use. These are 8-inch, 12-inch. They're deep enough to get down to the clay that's underneath. So I'll film a couple of these and then I'll just do the rest of them. It's really pretty simple. Come on, you gotta go. And that's that for this one. So I'm not going to film. I'm just going to get all the rest of these done. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all complete, and then I'll get back to planting. Hopefully the sky is pretty gray and there's definitely rain in the forecast, so we'll see what happens. Okay guys, we've got all of the fabric tacked back down. I did change my mind. I'm not going to use that first row just yet. I think I'm going to put all my tall, long growing season stuff up there. Red leaf hibiscus, amaranth, cosmos, that kind of thing. So I'm going to stick with the original plan. This is where my sunflowers are going to go. We have 4 different varieties: white light, white night, orange and gold light DMR. They're all beautiful. I'll see if I can put pictures up. And then 2 over is where we're going to put the Snapdragons and ranunculus. I have a bunch of Potomac varieties and Madam Butterfly. Both are beautiful. And then all of the stock over here. There's 4 different trays of it. It's all different colors: rose, white, pinks, yellow. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. So all in all, there's about 700 little seedlings to get in the ground. I'll show you how I do a few of them, and depending on the weather, yeah, we may have to pause and come back to this, just simply because the radar says that it's going to start raining within the next 10 minutes or so. But I will show you how I get started, and then we'll come back. If it starts to pour on us, I'll get the camera out of the rain and then come back out here later. So yeah, this is the exciting part. We're finally getting stuff in the ground. So let's start with these sunflowers. This particular variety is called Gold Light DMR. I think the DMR, that is downy mildew resistant, which is good around here with the moisture and how closely I do actually plant them. It helps. They're resistant to any kind of mildew. So like I said earlier, these are 6 inches apart, 6 inches here, 6 inches here. So I'm going to use my trusty butter knife to pull out the seedlings. Let me set the camera down, make it easier. So I'm going to use a butter knife just to dig it out. See all those roots? And then I dig a little hole, tuck my seedling in there, and just leave it like that. Now I'm going to do that, about 700 more times. Okay, I'll just set it up, put you on time lapse, and you can watch, see how far we get. We managed to get it done. I did come in after, once the rain started. I could only film up through the Snapdragons, and then it started raining, so I came in and finished up planting all the stock. There's somewhere around 700 plants, little baby seedlings, that we just put in today, which is, it's a lot, but it's only 1.5 rows out of 21 rows, so we have a lot more to do still. I did also manage to move the little suckers from the raspberries so that they can grow big and I can use them for foliage. So I did get those all separated too while it was raining. But yeah, this is the time of year that I'm so much to do that I always feel like I'm behind, but I love every minute of it. Every minute that I can be outside with my hands in the dirt is fantastic. Next weekend is the first farmers market of the season. So excited to go see all my farmer friends and my, and the community and the people that I've gotten really used to seeing every Saturday. I'm looking forward to seeing them again. So yeah, I'm gonna end up with a lot of videos in the near future, planting seedlings, market prep, making bouquets, harvesting flowers, all the fun stuff from this point out. So I can't wait to share all of that with you. It's getting ready to try and rain on me again, so I have to cut this short, but I'm really glad that you guys are here. It's going to be so much fun to go through everything over the next few months. Once everything is in the ground and we're in the tend to it mode, it's a little slower paced. It's still busy, don't get me wrong there, but it's not quite as frantic trying to plant and harvest and go to market and everything that goes along with that. So I'm really looking forward to that switch and getting into the farmers market season. So again, if you guys enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and the like button, and then yeah, I'll see you in the next video.